how to move to omnichannel from zero to hero. So it's pretty complicated and a lot of things, comprehensive, and a lot of things is there. So currently I would like to talk about one aspect from zero to hero, actually about the content and campaign tagging taxonomy, how to work with it, and why it is so important. So a couple of words once again about myself. I'm the head of the Omnichannel department in Viseven company, working for more than 4 years on pharma companies, projects in total more than 20 years for digital marketing on agency and client side. And currently I'm previously run about more than 50 different projects for pharma and life science company. So when we're talking about the tagging and taxonomy, it's actually always within our communication when we are creating the content, communicating, creating the campaign. It's always two questions that we are trying to figure out. Two questions that we need to have some clear responses. It's actually what to communicate, what kind of content we would like to create, what kind of key messages it should be there, and how to engage. What kind of campaign we need to create, what kind of messages, what kind of channels we need to choose in order to be successful in our communication. So currently, mainly this what to communicate is on the responsibilities of brand managers, medical marketing experts. So anyone who is responsible for the product, for this essence of our products and what we're doing. But what is important here, and why tagging taxonomy can help you to move a little bit forward on the next level of evolution, is really to add in there some data-driven approach. So it should not be only there some gut feelings of the brand manager, of the medical market experts on what we're trying to communicate, but really have some data, how to analyze this how to compare one campaign with another campaign in sense of what we're communicating, how we engage in this pretty also pretty comprehensive topic, and we can talk about this in some other sessions, but currently let's focus in on the tagging taxonomy and on this what. So tagging taxonomy, when we are saying tagging taxonomy, we actually, in total, we can talk about 3 different layers on purposes. So first of all is content tagging taxonomy. So when we're really trying to put some text, some metadata, and work with this metadata on the level of assets, or on the level of or on the level of different modules. So we are focusing on content, we are focusing on content pieces, we are focusing on what kind of tagging system we need to set up for these content pieces, how to maintain it, how to support it, and how we can use this content tagging for agent data, for reusing data, or for analyzing this data. So next level, a little bit separate, but it's another dimension. It's about the campaigns, campaign tagging taxonomy, not the content, but campaigns, is when we're really thinking about the campaign as a whole and trying to set some tagging taxonomy for the separate activities, separate messages that we're sending within different channels, and putting all these activities as a part of the campaign. So once again, we're creating this tagging taxonomy system for the campaign and tagging it appropriately in each particular system, in CRM platform, marketing automation, webinars, social media, any kind of activities, whatever you are trying to communicate with your clients. And on the third level, we actually, what we need to do, we need to combine. We need to combine these 3 levels, or this previous, four different levels, combine into one holistic ecosystem content taxonomy and campaign taxonomy. This really, combining this data, will really give us this vision on what we're saying, how good we are on this, what we're saying. So we naturally see whom we are communicating to, how we communicating, but it's really hard to get these answers, what we communicating in sense of the performance, how good we are, how many times we deliver this message, how many times previously we delivered this message, how this message is performing compared to this message. So all this kind of stuff, you need to have this vision on your dashboards within your BI system on these questions. So next on this slide, we really trying to highlight the same stuff, but still. So on the first level, you have some system-based analytics. Yeah, after that, you put in this campaign tagging, content tagging, and combining this into one ecosystem, and this really gives you this vision. So on this slide, really showing that in most cases there is no linkage between assets and between campaigns. So you have this assets tagging taxonomy. You tag different modules, different assets, and it serves you for the purpose of classification, for the purpose of arranging data. You can easily, I hope, find it, reuse it, and so more. By the campaign taxonomy, you see the campaigns as a whole. You see the separate activities bringing on the one campaign, and see performance as a whole campaign. But when you really can bridge this gap and add this data that this activity, this campaign is using this asset, these modules, you really can bring this to this asset content tagging. You can really add this data, this layer of engagement data, how within this activity, within this campaign, HCP engaged with this asset, with this module. Is it really a successful engagement or not? Did he open, clicked, any kind of interaction with this model or not? And you can compare. And you really, here you can get this vision on what you're communicating and how good you are on this key message, on this strategic imperative, whatever message you're using there. The other part that you need to take into account when you're creating this system, this tag and taxonomy approach, you always need to remember about their complexity. So, and it could be a little bit tricky, because from one standpoint, you can create pretty simple, pretty easy to maintain system, but you will not get a lot of this insights, a lot of this data. From other perspective, you can create pretty sophisticated, pretty complex system, a lot of text, a lot of text categories, but it could be a little bit hard for the users to support it. So, for example, if you will ask some any kind of colleagues, go to the content pieces and add 40 different text categories they are populated, it could be hard for them to populate them all. The same for the campaign. So it's always a question of balance. Also, it's always a question how many efforts you need to put in order to not to develop really, but to maintain the system in the future. Key benefits. Actually, why we are doing all this kind of stuff, to emphasize once again, it's what it gives to us after all. So first of all, it can push our analytics to the next level. When we have this more comprehensive campaign dashboards and content dashboards as well. So we not only will be able to answer these questions on whom we're communicating, how good we are, but on this what, as I emphasized previously. So next is we are getting these additional insights. So the data will become more useful. We can make more really this actionable insights from this data that we will transform into action. So analytics without really this transformation into actions is not really worth it. We can compare different campaigns and different assets among themselves. Which one is performing better? Which one is performing not so good? Maybe this module seems to us and this asset seems to us not so fancy, but it's working. It's working better than the other one that seems a little bit more fancy. It's also give us, the next one is it's also give us more clear campaign planning and goal setting. Goal setting, why we're actually setting this campaign, why we choose this module over this module, this asset over this module. And this will slowly but surely, when you implement the system and make it work. So slowly but surely it will be the mind shifting towards this more advanced approach in communication, more data driven, more goal oriented. And eventually, after all, it will improve performance. It will improve performance of all your activity, improve performance of your content, of your campaigns. It will work, better for you. So on this part, I think, we can switch to some questions and answer the questions that we have.
Hi, Pavel. So currently there are no questions, but we also run out of time, which means I would like to thank you for this great presentation and looking forward in a couple of seconds to the next one. Thank you very much, Pavel.
See you. Take care.